Mene na Hamza Yakubu any enkoma ono a former FPU chief super retired commander na anope mene no any enkomo na otimin kanope good morning and pom to say
good morning nyame adumeye
very well yeah that's a sign of pay what so on Kessben the other kind many would have thought says that tape a tape ya doctor and now say yet to check be the DBSCC in any case obia wish ne say na nke be pie mu say tape no enye no kre but from the assertion Bugri Naabu and the ama committee no and no the indications are very clear say adie bi e wo tape ni so a Ghana for eti ye bia no enye no kre. Why should certain things of this nature happen in the Ghana Police Service?
Yo, me da say na me chia TF also.
Kessben 92.9.
It follows with nature. Say human nature say ni ese tie no. Say you obia spy butai da obia ni mu wo adwuma bia mu so obedu soro ho. Eti unfortunately no abanesa no nkofo bebre empese sabio ombedi line no mo sene e fata eti no ebia ombe adopt system bia say omo twitwa ombe twitwa obi nan na omo so atimi adu ba bia e fata say obia edu no enonti enema say nkofo bi betimi aye bibi sa say o the sister be a man and me wo ho anka e fata chen obi a owo nti human nature fata say ye and so e wo motem bia sa
I see. Now just walk us through in the police service no more ranking no at the top hierarchy no a stati free hand at what point in time and commissioners of police are a wohono one may be considered say SSA wono and a IGP.
Yo, what we say, the right to appoint an inspector general of police, lies solely with the president. Your constitution, Ghana constitution, we call article 202 of 1992 constitution. The how people say the president, and say 2021 or so, if my memory serves me right. The president in consultation with the Council of State and ever appointee the Inspector General of Police. So the key words here, the president in consultation with the Council of State. But me personally, with my experience and what I've seen in the past, I think, sir, President assume 100% responsibility for this. I doubt whether, in fact, some consultations take place between the the president and the
Council of State.
Now, President, because he has very wide executive powers, it doesn't matter if he decides, say, Bia or Kofa Obia or Assistant Commissioner of Police, Deputy Commissioner of Police, over and above commissioners. Now, Inspector General of Police. Sabio, President, or maybe butai than anyone say, politics, I say, Minya Obia, Obetie Masem. Nasa or war in his system, or war police officer be named one-on-one, say, we or your core member of my party. Bibia Mekaso on Yebiano or Bayan, Obetimiako, Fano, from Assistant Commissioner, Deputy Commissioner, over and above commissioners. Now, nobody can say anything. Also, Ujina Hina Obeka say, President, one year consultation with this Council of State. Because there are instances, I believe, say junior commissioners are appointed over senior commissioners.
Okay.
So when you almost seniors were And so, because the president has the right of choice, you know, until now, no fee say, obetimi, aye, what you say, obetimi, aye, jumano.
Okay.
And there has been an instance, I think, excess of money, may so rest in peace, was brought back from retirement and assigned special duties. Commissioner special duties. Eventually, no, he ended up being the Inspector General of Police. At the time, no, there were no political parties. Now it's a purely military regime. So I believe it's and indeed that could be the truth. So at the time, no, the appointing authority, I think the PNDC or so,
Hello.
A man of a certain stature. Everybody who knew SX or money, and himself, now or you'll be a better or a better mapa. So say, you say yes, this is a leader.
Okay.
And you know, and yet most of us one at the time say, bearing his circumstances, you know. Or they know by Inspector General of Police. And I would also, I recollect very well as so many years ago, I think Mr. G.D. Ampao. G.D. Ampao was a lawyer, a practicing lawyer. Bugri Naabu, I didn't know by Inspector General of Police. I stand for correction, but I think that is what happened. He was not a regular police officer, but was brought in and made the Inspector General of Police. So that is the situation we find ourselves in.
Okay. Now, for someone to be appointed, you know, to the highest office of the ranking in terms of IGP, you know, is it necessary to say nipa no ebenya political affiliation with the ruling political party, Anna?
The politician can best explain this. Now, I'm saying so because 1991-92, during the Consultative Assembly,
okay,
I happened to be a member. And at a point in time, you know, may attempt to do so, may file a motion asking that the Inspector General of Police, the responsibility of appointing Inspector General of Police, should lie with the Public Services Commission.
Okay.
As soon as I took steps to do that, hell broke out. Senior police officers called me and started castigating me all over. I said, why should I make such a suggestion? I should forget it. And then, strangely enough, some senior members of the Consultative Assembly, by way of some Tomefono, almost so give me on said that thing should not be done, I should stop it. Then the chairman of my committee, a committee on which I serve in the Venerable I.K. Chinebua, I.K. Chinebua, a very senior politician in Nkrumah's time and I think in Liman's time also. And not frame, you know, say, look, my son, what you are saying is absolutely very correct, but it's not feasible. I can't tell me in plain language, it's not feasible. No president would allow that to take place because it will be dangerous for his security. Or no, explain this idea, no, actually, me see, okay, and yeah, my guy, and me coach and say, me now cost you. So these are some of the things yeah, but unfortunately, no, a new trend has taken place to say every senior police officer, Akwama, Asamba, and Kwadaso, want to align themselves to political parties. Over junior ranks in Omua. And no, I can blame it on the mode of recruitment or enlistment.
Okay.
Because for some years now, the mode of recruitment, acquire job for the boys. So some political parties, let me say political parties, take steps to ensure that Nipa Womodi Womobeba at that level, people who are aligned to their cause. They don't care about the qualities or the required qualifications of persons to be recruited. They don't care about that. All what they need to do is that we know this person to be one of us or to be associated with our party. And gradually are building over the years all these sorts of unwarranted commitments towards political parties. Then when you come to the top, what they say you acquire a greedy pursuit of ambitions.
Kessben 92.9.
That is how it now turns out to be at that level.
Okay, so what it means is that Obi Beye DCOP na afi or Konedima Babaye COP, the ambition to become an IGP, clearly, and then it plays out.
Exactly. Now better.
Okay.
It once a better. Some of them are so crafty. You will find them on both sides of the divide, depending upon when and what is going on.
I see.
You see, now it is not the best. It has never been and will never be the best, because most of these appointments, are done by lobbies. I would say, I will venture to say, the role that the Council of State is supposed to be playing as required by the Constitution is now being played by political gurus. And then people who matter in society, like some big chiefs and all these things, people now want to resort to them. Say, oh, where they can be mommy. They go to people who matter in our society. So they now turn out in asterisks to be those that the president consults in appointing an IGP.
So what it means?
Very dangerous.
Now, what it means, they said the Bugri Naabu explain it to you, it's no different from examples I was cited there, Maya. But the question again still remains: there is no vacuum. As we speak, there is an IGP Awatia Konyasoa Juma as to whether or not say Omampenyi Ebeyi Nedino and an time Beson no pension no. He still remains the IGP. And why would such senior police officers, Bugri Naabu Ebo Womudin, decide say Womubeyu omo boss Netua Konya?
Well, for reasons, are best known to Womu pursue that agenda. I believe they may know exactly why they decided to embark on such a dangerous mission, and they would believe strongly, course, you're justified. I'm only hoping, when it is, Omono appear before the Parliament committee. Your committee, because you are the speaker. So if the speaker's committee invites them, and they are so mindful of being so honest, they may come out with issues that might be a little bit convincing. Say it was necessary to embark on. So it is for them to be able to convince us there are good reasons why those steps were taken. They are best placed to know that.
And no will be said one more justify one more actor one more year so far.
Exactly. And then it will be left with whoever matters to ponder over all those issues. Now one will say, someone more can no create woman no create anymore. But the only thing they say obete so a oye na edwuma ube attempt say ube home no afi ho no there. I think say no there na enkai.
Okay.
See, so especially I would have admired police officers who would have come out openly, publicly to say, IGP and yet, you see, if people are bold enough to be able to do that, but the thing is, but amani obe hu edwuma mu no ube nu hu se ube di for se edwuma no koda yes ube nu hu pa
I see.
Yeah, exactly o kan no kura no a me ebe to no examples but for some reasons and I don't want to mention names. Otherwise yes it pa obi anim
na so what it means is Ghana ni a wo tie ya no pay no should basically understand say police hierarchy na wo ho no we have political factions right
say the abaya wo mo aso no mu nim wo mu hu sometimes no wo hu etimi nye no kure
okay
say saade no wo ho let me cite me ankasa me no we ka say in my career as a senior police officer no I have always been associated with the NDC.
And was that true?
Wait, I'm coming to you. This thing said, I was a cadre.
Okay.
I was a cadre. During the 31st period, I was a cadre. I fully participated in whatever. Eventually, I was appointed. I was the first tribunal chairman for Obuasi and then eventually Kumasi.
Okay.
You see, and then I carried on with my career as a police officer after all those times. So the perception, whether rightly or wrongly, ever say, or your NDC. I remember somewhere in 2013-14, Danny Guide editorial attacked me name Madam Rosa Tinga.
Roseby Atinga. Yeah.
Yes, Roseby Atinga. They knew as a fact to say you're registered members of the NDC party. Now, me I swear by anything on earth. Say, I had then not even seen the NDC party card before. I saw NDC party card with my eyes in 2018. In 2018, when a friend visited me, a friend who is an NDC man, came to me, urging me that they were doing registration, NDC registration, and he wanted me to go and register. And I'm saying, me register me a traditional ruler. I'm not supposed to be a politician. And no ye card, no. Actually, me. That is the first and only time I'm in nearby NDC registration card. So, but all along my career, no, I had been branded as a registered member of the NDC. What I know is that as a senior police officer, no, so principles, say, don't allow any influence, undue influence. Say, that's not why thing. So you know me, say me koye say NDC project and a mayor. Na kofa assembly. How am I going to live up to what? To the world, say, but if I believe firmly, say, idea me, I don't care the consequences, say, call me the Satan, I don't care. I will do it. In most cases, I am very unfortunate. Principles. say, oh, yes, yeah, yes. We know, yeah, no. You don't have a problem.
Okay. Now, my final question. What are the possible sanctions for the people who are named on this tape and then tendering in evidence by a year Bugri Naabu, especially COP Alex Mensah, Obonidi and Dra before the committee said the so-called Asareno Anna Air prescriber said you damn pari free what COP Alex Mensah no ebetimi ababedi IGP no correct pa eche eye de damn pari yes say if all the things happening now no plays out and turns out to be truer in the police hierarchy, no, what are the sanctions mubetimi are prescribed for such people involved in such an act?
Well, say you know, Samra could take a national dimension
Exactly.
away from the police. Because also the terms of reference are committee, you know, Kuranoa. As I almost say, they should recommend sanctions also.
Exactly.
So, and you know, a few police in term as at now, I don't think that they will issue us some sanctions if need be. And then the police would also go to the amount to what the lawyers would often say, double jeopardy.
Okay.
And you know, and then it lies with the committee. Whatever recommendations they come out with, then we all see how it goes.
Is the IGP safe to do his work based on this?
If the IGP should be safe if he has a clear conscience about all what is going on around him.
Okay.
And then he should be a man of his own. And Kamene Onua, and Kawekura be Shemin Kuran Kese Pass, Mamenye, a Fata se Mayor, Kamenen one Kasana Menu.
Very well.
Kamema Enumo, Shemin Kuran Kese Pass, yes, let me work. He shouldn't allow any influence to divert his attention from whatever he is doing or intends to do as the head of the police service.
Okay. Now, I'm very grateful for your time.
Mr. Speaker, I'm also very, very grateful.
Yeah, feel Thank you. And Chief Superintendent retired Na Hamza Yakubu, former police commander of the Formed Police Unit (FPU), and Yanina Din Kombo.